Maria hadn't had a place of her own in months. After she and her partner lost their apartment due to mounting bills and her inability to work consistently, thanks to a chronic undiagnosed disability, she found herself couch surfing, living out of duffel bags, and hoping she wasn't overstaying her welcome. Nights were spent texting friends for a floor to crash on. Days were filled with anxiety over where her next meal, clean shower, or safe sleep might come from. One of those couches, a friend of a friend's place, seemed okay at first, but the man who lived there quickly became predatory. When Maria refused his advances, the fridge got locked. Then the door. What started as temporary shelter became a hostage situation with clean sheets. She left in the middle of the night with her phone at 14% battery and the sinking realization that even the so-called safe places weren't safe. The shelter she tried next had a 2-week wait list and a reputation for harassment. She was spiraling into survival mode until she saw the ad. High-end club in Guam seeks exotic dancers, all expenses paid, great money, safe, fun environment. It felt like a miracle. She'd danced before, hustled before, but never been offered a free flight, guaranteed housing, and promises of safety. Maria knew what she was walking toward, but in that moment, anything looked better than what she was running from. Paradise with a price. What she found when she arrived in Guam wasn't stability. It was a contract she couldn't break, housing she couldn't afford, and a club that demanded she earn her way out of debt every single night. This isn't a one-off. It's a well-oiled system in Guam where several exotic dance clubs operate in coordination, luring vulnerable women from the mainland with false promises. The ads are slick, the recruiters are friendly, but the reality is a closed system that mirrors textbook labor trafficking, exploitation through fraud, coercion, and manipulation of basic human needs. Free isn't free. Free housing comes with hidden costs, daily utilities, inflated rent, and mysterious deductions. The advertised salary is actually commission-based, and most dancers barely earn enough to cover required tip-outs and club fines. Fines are imposed for everything: showing up late, looking tired, using your phone, or refusing a drink. The rules are unwritten, the penalties random, and the debt inescapable. Contracts, often signed out of desperation, include buried clauses for airfare repayment, loss of wages, or forced transfers to other clubs without consent. Passports are sometimes confiscated for safekeeping. Movement is restricted. Communication is monitored. Leaving the property without permission can lead to retaliation. What starts as a job opportunity becomes a financial and emotional cage. The power behind the curtain. Central to this scheme is the mama-san, often the recruiter, house manager, and disciplinarian rolled into one. Some dancers describe them as protectors. Others describe psychological abuse, sexual coercion, and physical intimidation. Housing is contingent on earnings. Underperforming women are sometimes locked out, publicly humiliated, or worse. This is labor trafficking, plain and simple. But because it's happening inside an adult entertainment venue on U.S. territory and to women society already devalues, no one's calling it that. Guam's legal gray zone. Guam's legal system offers little protection. While prostitution is illegal, enforcement is patchy and almost always targets the workers, not the exploiters. In places like Tuman, clubs operate in legal limbo. Workers have no union protections, no HR, and no recourse when they're threatened, cheated, or harmed. And law enforcement? Too often, they've been part of the problem. In 2014, a Guam police officer was convicted of raping a dancer while in uniform. In the infamous Blue House case, officers were complicit in a sex trafficking ring that exploited women from Micronesia. These aren't exceptions, they are warning signs that something far deeper is broken. The broader pattern: strip clubs aren't the only places where this happens. Massage parlors in Guam follow the same pattern, recruiting women from China, Korea, and the Philippines with vague promises of spa work, only to trap them in debt bondage, surveillance, and sexual coercion. The mama-san controls everything: housing, pay, punishment. The women are caught between abusive employers and a legal system that sees them as disposable. So why the silence from law enforcement? Why the apathy? Is it because the women are sex workers, black or brown, migrants, or formerly incarcerated? Is it because their labor isn't seen as legitimate, even as it's exploited? Or is it because those in power are simply too close to the businesses profiting from their exploitation? Whatever the reason, it is not justice. Labor trafficking isn't always loud. Labor trafficking doesn't always involve chains or cages. Sometimes it looks like contracts written in legalese, passports held just out of reach, or threats veiled as rules. It's coercion in a cocktail dress. It's violence dressed up as opportunity. Whether it's happening in a garment factory, a massage parlor, or a strip club, it's still labor trafficking. The only variable is whose pain we believe and whose we dismiss. From systemic neglect to survivor testimony, Maria's story isn't remarkable because it happened. It's remarkable because she survived to tell it. Most don't. Fear, shame, immigration status, and social stigma keep them quiet. And until we face the structural issues, exploitative contracts, unregulated industries, racism, misogyny, and colonial legacies, it will keep happening. What's normalized here would be scandalous anywhere else. But because the women involved are vulnerable, criminalized, and often stigmatized, their abuse is minimized or erased entirely. If you're considering a job in Guam's adult entertainment or massage industry, proceed with extreme caution. Watch the documentary Exotic by Amy Oden. It features the voices of real dancers, hidden footage, and the lived realities behind the fantasy. The film also features Annie Sprinkle, one of the first advocates to launch December 17th, International Day to End Violence Against Sex Workers. Verify contracts with a lawyer. Ask hard questions. Speak to women who've worked there. Exploitation wears a friendly face, and by the time you recognize it, you may already be trapped. If you've been a victim of the Guam dance scam, contact our hotline at 877-776-2004. You are not alone. We believe you. We're listening.